James Cook was in the Royal Navy from 1755 to 1756. He was only recruited in the Royal Navy as a seaman, but then when there was a shortage of seamen in the area, he was immediately sent to Spithead to join the Majesty's ship Eagle. Regarding his achievements and the advance, Cook decided to enlist in the Royal Navy at the start of the 7 Years' War. During the 7 Years' War, James became a professional at map making. James Cook learnt the skill to build maps, which helped him to explore the world. Most significantly, the maps that James Cook have designed had a huge influence on the present day. Accurate information was clearly shown with the ocean and the islands, which guided people to travel around the world. James decided to set a journey, and this was the beginning of James Cook's evolutionary findings. World history was changed by James Cook's journey because he discovered new land. Many islands were discovered, and the islands became different countries, including New Zealand. Cook's final voyage in 1776 through till 1779 discovered a northwest passage, an ice-free route which linked the Atlantic to the Pacific Ocean. Captain James Cook also commanded the Resolution. In the third voyage, James Cook began the plan of discovering the Northwest Passage, outlining a clear route on his map from Plymouth to Bering Strait. Unfortunately, he failed to accomplish the mission of finding the Northwest Passage, but the skill of scientific exploration guided many people to glory. Regards to him, we are able to travel and explore interesting venues around the globe. On the 18th of January, 1778, Captain James Cook became the first European to discover the Hawaiian Islands. The islands were found first in between 124 and 1120 AD by Polynesians. Hawaiian civilization was in isolation from the rest of the world for at least 5 centuries. James Cook's first voyage was to observe the planet Venus. He thought this would advise astronomers to calculate the difference from the Sun to New Zealand, and started New Zealand history. Without James Cook, New Zealand probably would not have been a known nation. The English navigator, Captain James Cook, sighted New Zealand in October 1769. He drew detailed maps of the country and wrote about the Māori. His first encounter with the Māori was a fight, losing a few people. However, Cook and his men were able to have a friendly contract with Māoris, enabling them to study more about New Zealand. The men also gathered a great amount of information about the country's animals and plants. On 2 later voyages, Captain Cook used New Zealand as a base to prove that a great southern continent did not exist in the Pacific. The 2 ships, Resolution and Adventure, were fitted out for the expedition. In 1772, before he set out, Cook created a map which showed the discoveries made in the Southern Ocean up until 1770 and sketched out his proposed route for the upcoming voyage. The impact of James Cook's second voyage was mostly on the Navy. During his discoveries of islands in the Pacific Ocean, he had marked off the islands that were friendly and not so friendly, which helped the Navy's explorations later on. It also has a huge impact on nowadays exploration. During his second voyage, James Cook had made an excellent map of the islands in the Pacific Ocean and Oceania. In 1773, Cook made his first crossing of the Antarctic Circle, claiming that he had been further south than any person. During a voyage of 100,000 kilometers, Cook sailed south of the Antarctic Circle on 3 occasions, proving that the southern landmass was neither as large or as habitable as once thought. Cook also discovered several islands along the Scotia Arc, initiating the commercial interest that underpinned much of the focus on Antarctica over the next 150 years.